G'day guys, Scott here. Welcome to a new build series. This one on my 1980 C10. Something a little bit different. Obviously 2 years ago I did the wagon update and I love that wagon to bits. I've had it for basically 10 years and did everything I wanted to pretty much. It's a pretty special car and it will be sad to see it go, but it is going. It's making way for this C10. It's been a dream of mine since 2012, 2013 to build a C10 or to buy a C10. I saw a photo of this brown thing that looked a little bit rusty, but not, and it was slammed on the ground on some beige, smooth wheels. And I come to know that as Nacho C10 built by Delmo. And I think for a lot of people that was probably the thing that got them into C10s, especially bag C10s. Not being from the States, Chevy trucks or trucks in general aren't a common thing here. And seeing something like that was super cool. And I'd never seen anything like that, and I instantly fell in love. And earlier in the year I had an opportunity to pick up this truck. So, I guess I'm a proud owner of a C10. Me and my best mate Adam, we flew to Brisbane on a whim and thought, we'll check it out, and if it's any good, we might drive it home. And sure enough, we drove it home. It's not great on fuel, it's a 3-speed, it's a V8, carby, and it was a slow trip. We did our best. And ended up using something like $450 worth of fuel to get back from Brisbane. So it was a fun adventure for both of us, and it was a new learning experience driving on the wrong side of the car in Australia. It's definitely been fun. So this series, it's going to be a little bit different to the last one. Maybe a little bit more vloggy. I'm not going to be setting up the tripod again, I don't think. Maybe do a few time lapses and stuff, but see how we go. In preparation for it though, I have started on a few things. There's a few things I've been working on to try and fix up, mostly just servicing items, new spark plugs, new leads, oil change, gearbox filter change, trying to chase a few leaks here and there. But before I purchased the car, it had a few things done to it already, and all of those are in good condition. The brakes seem to be in good condition. Suspension seems to be good in good condition. All the rust has already been repaired. It's a pretty clean truck, so I'm pretty thankful for that. But I can't keep it stock. There's no way. It's too high. Needs to be lowered. Needs better brakes because these brakes are crap. Nothing performance-wise for now, because there's no point. I'm ripping this piece of crap small block out. I'm putting an LS in it. There's no doubts about it. Anyone who goes, oh, it's for the originality, you got to keep the 350, you can make just as much power out of it, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I've had way too many issues with stupid carburetors and distributors. I just want to be able to get in and drive it, so I'm putting an LS in it. As simple as that. It's not happening right now. It will happen in the future, though. And yeah, it's probably going to get bagged sometime in the future, but at the moment, no rush for that. The plans for the build, suspension, lower it, I've got new wheels, got to do a stereo. Basically, that's it. All of those are fairly involved things though, so it is going to take a little while. Probably going to need a bit of help from some friends, but we'll get through it. It should be pretty good. Like I said before, I've done some things in preparation before actually starting this. A couple of things like some new gauges, just switches here and there. I had to put in some new rear tail lights because the other ones were horrible. I had to put on a new bumper because it had a 1980s roll pan on it, which I really did not like, so I got rid of that. And basically just tidying the whole thing up. I'm going for a OEM Plus, kind of the style. I don't want anything too crazy. I'm not shaving door handles or anything, but I just want a nice, clean truck. It's had a paint job in the US. Like a lot of US paint jobs, probably not the greatest, but I've worked on a little bit, tried to fix up a few things, and it's looking pretty good. There's a few things I don't like about it. It's they've painted the roof silver, but they started at the bottom of the windows, and it's the wrong location. You really need to just do the roof. You don't really need to be doing the A-pillars as such. So I'm going to fix that up a little bit. I've got a couple ideas on how I'm going to do that. But this is a pretty unique colour. I don't exactly know what it is. It's not a factory colour as far as I'm aware. So it's probably going to take a little bit to paint match, and I'll try and do my best, but we'll see how we go. In terms of parts, we've got stuff from CPP, Willwood, Bell's Heck. I bought stuff from LMC Truck, from Rock Auto, from Summit. You know, the list goes on. I've got a couple of things from Aussie distributors, custom sports trucks and classic pickup parts. You know, it's the thing with C10s is that their parts are readily available. There's so many of them built. Unfortunately, all of those parts are in America. With shipping and everything at the moment, I've probably picked the worst time possible to want to modify a C10 or just own a C10 in general. So that's probably going to be a pain in the ass. Shipping itself basically, you know, adds a third, if not more, to the price of any item I buy. And the exchange rate doesn't help either because we're at like 60 something cents, so that doesn't help either. But yeah, just going for a bit of a drive before basically put it up on jack stands and get it ready to start ripping into it. So I'm gonna pull up and I'll walk you around the truck a little bit and show you guys what it looks like. So as I said, it's a 1980 Scottsdale. Couple of things about it. The headlights, they are a 1 year option, 1 year only option kind of thing. Up to 1980 they were round on top. I don't know if I really like them or not. I don't know if I'm going to change them, but for now they stay. As I said, it's had a paint job. You can kind of see the clear lines in it, but you know, compared to when I picked it up, I've taken the sun visor thing off. Just wasn't really digging it, wasn't my style. So I'm going to have to weld up all the holes that are in the roof from that. I got these wheels. They're just some rally wheels. It came with some other ones on it. You saw it in the picture. I just swapped them out for these, and obviously I've got some new wheels coming for it. Ignore that, that's just from me buffing and playing and trying to see what the paint will do. Like I said, American paint job, it had a couple of things go on with it. They painted all of the rubbers. So, you know, that's not handy. It really, you know, it's quite frustrating, so I'm having to replace all of those. But they whistle, there's one missing here anyway, so I have to replace all of those. I've got new precision seals for every single window, door. So far the ones I've put on have been amazing, so I'll continue doing that. Stock height at the moment. It's got a twin exhaust. As I said, I put this new bumper on, got rid of that roll pan. It's just a Holly Classic Trucks one from Summit. And yeah, the silver and stuff continued back here, so I'm gonna probably wrap that white just to make it look a bit more period correct. New tail lights, as I said. Got rid of those disgusting ones. Factory tyre carrier. There's a few little things. There's a little dent there. A few marks in the windscreen. There's a couple right through there from when we drove home from Queensland. We hit some rain, and the first time we hit the wipers, this wiper just went flying. So there's a little mark in there, but you know, is what it is. I'll probably eventually replace that windscreen anyway. Front bumper's in okay condition. Obviously, like all bumpers and stuff, I could do with a re-chrome. It's got a big dent in it, but I like the overriders. That's just some polish I haven't cleaned off. So yeah, that's the C10. Pretty happy with it overall. There's a few things, you know, I probably should have looked at a little bit closer when buying it. It's an old car, these things happen. kind of dreading how much work I have to do in the next couple of weeks, but tune into the videos and take you along for the ride. Cheers.